Hi everybody, welcome to another career tutorial. I'm cripeman. What we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at our background, and you can find your background in your scene tab. Uh, if you click on scene and go to effects, your background's right there. You notice that I have a map loaded up in here, and your background and your backdrop are two completely different things. Your backdrop is the image area inside your production frame, and you can paste an image in there, or let's just do by gradient. Do a by gradient, and you can have the image show up in your backdrop just by having show backdrop clicked. You can't do that with your background. Because your background is the image area. It's not even an image area. It's a spherical area around your scene. And you notice that I have a map. I have a map loaded up here, and this exact map is on this sphere to kind of show you. This is what, having rendered these rings, this is what I rendered with the spherical camera. And this is pretty much the area, this is what is going to be reflected onto our image via our backdrop. One notable difference between the background and the backdrop: the background, you can use the background to reflect the image's luminance and color. Is that right? Luminance and color? I think that's the deal. Using global illumination, indirect lighting, all that kind of stuff, the image that you have here will be loaded into the background. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Actually, this image kind of shows it, but have a spherical camera loaded up, and I clicked that illumination. No, I did not. Now you click this, and then all of a sudden everything becomes unghosted. Check this out. You notice how the red is reflected onto the object, and the blue and the green. There's a little bit of light that has bounced back and forth around the image area around your scene. I guess that's one of the main differences, is that your background encompasses your whole scene, and any lighting that you use can be used to give you better looks, a better looking scene, I guess. Your backdrop and your background are pretty much the same thing. You can use a map. You can use a high dynamic range image, which that's going to be another subject in itself. But just very briefly, high dynamic range imaging is if you have colors in a JPEG image and a TIFF image, use values between 0 and 255. High dynamic range imaging uses decimal point values. Try decimal point values in between there, and actually it goes even beyond 255. It's the high dynamic range between between luminance values. Yeah, that's what that is. We'll go into that at some point. Your formula, you can use a formula and get the same kind of light bouncing around in there. Actually, that's kind of cool. And it's probably better than an image map. Image maps are good though for, if you want to do sky scenes or whatever. You can do color, of course, which that's not going to reflect very well. But it is going to kind of give you a little bit of luminance, a little bit better lighting. Or you can do it by gradient, and see how that is. See how that looks. You can kind of change that by jumping into your backdrop and then doing your image there, and your backdrop is the image that'll be used in the back, and you'll still have the same lighting uh, characteristics of as if you used your background. So it's easy to get these two guys confused. If you use them in conjunction with each other, you'll probably get a lot better results. Um, but don't think that you're going to be able to do the same things with both of them, because you really can't. So, as good as I could tell you, that's it for this time. I'm Cripeman, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.